guests as well, ready to harness existing and new relationships and seize opportunities on a truly global stage. Leading in technology, philanthropy, research, education, health, it is time to pitch Britain to the world for the amazing place that it is. But who are Muslims for Britain, you may ask? And for that, I would like to welcome on stage a gentleman who came to this country at the age of 5, has devoted over 40 years to Britain, is a chairman of a British charity called Muslim Aid, has been global trustee of another British charity called Islamic Relief. He is also believe in the country that we were born in, that we have given our blood, sweat and tears to, and in a digital age, blood, sweat and tears is very different to the times when it
was an historic opportunity to enable our great country to regain control of our own destiny. The referendum gave us a chance to echo the words of William Ernest Henley, the great Victorian poet, in his poem Invictus, which means unconquered, to tell the world in no uncertain terms that we are the masters of our fate and we are the captains of our soul.
Setting it up. Yeah, thank you for setting it up. Many books have been written about the referendum campaign, and all of these books have one thing in common. They put too much focus on specific individuals or certain campaign techniques such as social media advertising. The great untold story of the referendum and its aftermath is the work that the grassroots activists did in the referendum campaign, actually getting the message out there. Whether that was delivering leaflets, organising street stalls, canvassing or putting on public meetings, all of this was essential to getting those 17.4 million votes on the 23rd of June 2016. But of course we know the campaign didn't end at that date. It had to carry on for 3.5 years since that point, continuing to make the case for a clean Brexit. So thank you to all of you, not only for the work you did during the referendum campaign, but also the work you did in the aftermath of the election campaign, including some of you actually getting Boris elected last December. So thank you to all of you for that work.
The point I'm making is that we go back a long way together. Great Conservative leader Benjamin Disraeli once observed that Britain is as much an Asian as a European country. We recently celebrated, as it were in real time, the centenary of the First World War, and it's very striking when you look at the images there.
He came up to me and rather unassumingly said to me, "Have you considered what you're going to do for the referendum?" 10 words, ladies and gentlemen, that completely transformed my life, certainly, and that were the foundations of Muslims for Britain and why we stand here today. And what we did in 2016 was we took the Leave message to different communities across the UK. We were in town halls, we were in community centres, we were in the front rooms of people's houses, and the message was really simple. It was dare to believe. Dare to believe in a country free from European bureaucracy. Dare to believe in a country that frees itself from the shackles of the EU and reclaims itself as a free trading nation. Because of course free trade, after all, is one of our most fundamental liberties. And I'm so incredibly proud of what Muslims for Britain achieved in 2016 during the referendum. And while we're on the topic of achievements, what about the Prime Minister and this Parliament finally delivering on the people's will last Friday? And now that we've begun this final leg on the journey to independence, we must look forwards and onwards and outwards to the world of opportunities. We should be thinking about those new trading relationships, as the Prime Minister said, that can be formed with new alliances and old, with old friends and new. And I'll be using my voice in Parliament and outside of Parliament to make the case for free trade and a future for global Britain. Thank you so much for Muslim for Britain for hosting us today, and thank you so much to Aftab, Iftikhar and Atifa for putting this all together. Yeah. And I hope you will continue. Actually, you know what, give them a round of applause. and I hope that Muslim for Britain will continue to engage with the government, with Parliament, and make the case for why conservative-leaning British Muslims should come forward and champion Great Britain. Thank you all of you for attending today. And one final thank you to Daniel Hanan and Matthew Elliott. Thank you very much.
So HMS Victory, very appropriate. At the Battle of Trafalgar, now those of you who don't know the word Trafalgar is actually an Arabic name, because the Battle of Trafalgar, Daniel knows of course, being a great historian, took place off the coast of Spain at Taraf al-Ghar, which the Arabs had named. There was a cave at that point, and it's the point of the cave, Taraf al-Ghar. So there's a very famous landmark in London which has an Arabic name, and HMS Victory was the ship.
A friend texted me Lord Nelson's prayer on the eve of the Battle of Trafalgar, which was hugely apt, where he said, "May the great God whom I worship grant to my country and for the benefit of Europe in general a great and glorious victory." And I then, actually the first anniversary of the referendum, I spoke on HMS Victory. So it's an incredibly apt gift. And I think the symbol of the Arabic writing and the questing, powerful little ship taking on all comers and ultimately coming through victorious is incredibly apt. So thank you
Thank
very much.
everybody, because that was my bit. Look, I prepared a closing note, but actually I think having heard Matthew speak, having heard Dan and the passion coming through from Saqib, I think what I want to say is something from my heart, and as Chief Executive, and I've only recently taken up the role, for me